Hey my sweeties, it's Sarah. Welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to do a little fall makeup routine for you guys. I'm going to go through some of my favorite products that I've been using the past few weeks, and I'm going to show you how I created this look that I have on right now. So if you want to see what I used to achieve this look, just keep on watching. So first things first, I'm going to start with my eyeshadow today. I'm going in with this MAC Paint Pot in the shade Painterly to prime my eyes. I think I've mentioned this in a few past videos, but this is what it looks like. Just a really thick cream primer. It really locks in any eyeshadow all day long. So I'm just dipping in here with a little concealer brush and then just going ahead and spreading this all over my eyelid. And then I'm just going to tap it out with my finger just so it's nice and even. So then for our eyeshadow today, I'm going to be using this Too Faced palette. It's called the Maple Syrup Pancakes palette. I was actually gifted this from a friend here on YouTube. Not gonna say who it is, but I was very thankful to get a big box of makeup in the mail. And then here is what the colors look like. Lots of really pretty shades in here. I thought that the color palette really reminded me of fall, so I thought it would be perfect for this video. I don't have a specific eye look in mind today, so I'm kind of just gonna go in with these colors, play around, and see what looks good. So first things first, I'm gonna go in with this color right here. It's called Hazelnuts. It's a matte kind of terracotta warm brown shade. I'm just taking this on a fluffy brush and kind of using this to carve out my crease. Next, I'm going to take this deep brown shade right in the corner here and use this to deepen up our crease. And then I'm going back in with that shade Hazelnuts that we used first, and I'm kind of just using that to just buff and blend everything together and really diffuse that brown, make it look extra smoky and extra blended. So now that we have a really nice smoky eye going here, I'm going to go back in with this MAC Paint Pot, and I'm going to use this not to completely cut my crease, but I'm going to use it to kind of clean up the lid so we can pack a shimmer on there and it will look stunning. So I'm kind of just taking it and creating sort of like a fake crease here just to lighten up the middle of the eye. So this is where we're at right now with our eye shape. You can kind of see I just used that paint pot right through here, right on my lid. And I kind of went above where my natural crease is, so that way when my eye is open, you can still see whatever shimmer shades we put on the center of our eyelid. We're just looking at this palette. I think next I'm going to go in with this top shade up here in the corner. This one is called Maple Syrup. It's sort of a metallic bronzy brown. I think that one will be really nice. And of course, this is the Maple Syrup palette, so we should use the shade Maple Syrup. It's only right. I'm going to take this shade on a little eyeshadow packer brush, and I'm going to start putting it on the very edge of where that darker shadow is to kind of fade it inward. It's a pretty muted metallic shade. It's not too obnoxiously bright, so I think it'll make a nice transition into our inner corner. So this is what that looks like with maple syrup on our lids. Just a very gentle, soft, metallic shimmer. I think next I'm going to go in with the shade right below it here. This is called Brunch Bubbles. And I'm going to really pack this on the very center of my eyelid. This one is a super shimmery champagne kind of like pink gold shade. Really, really pretty. I love shimmer shades like this. And then I'm just taking that first shade, Hazelnuts, again, and just using it to kind of buff and blend everything out one last time. I think I'm pretty happy with how the eyeshadow is looking right now. It's very syrupy. very pancake vibes. So I think now I'm going to go in with a little bit of liquid liner, do a little bit of a cat eye. Today I'll be using, this is the Haus Labs Clear Cut Liquid Eyeliner in the shade Black. I really, really love this eyeliner. Just the component it's in feels really heavy and really nice. It's also a super thin, super precise point, so it really creates super sharp cat eyes and it isn't messy at all. I've seen some discourse online about how cat eyeliner is not in style anymore, and same thing with like eyeshadow. People are saying that like if you wear eyeshadow, you're definitely old, you're definitely a millennial, and it's just not trendy anymore, but I completely disagree. I think there's certain things that are just timeless, and a cat eyeliner is going to be one of them. Like, it's going to look good in any era, in any decade, at any time. Don't let people tell you that something is out of style. That's ridiculous. So here is one side done, and look at how that just sharpens the eye look up completely. Super, super cute. I'm gonna go do the other side really quick. All right, so this is our eyeshadow, eyeliner, everything all done. It looks super, super cute. I love doing brown smoky eyes like this. And one thing that I did that I failed to mention was after I finished both of the cat eyes, I took a little bit of black eyeshadow onto this lip brush right here, and then I just used it to gently diffuse the black eyeliner out so it's not as harsh, and it kind of just all fades into that one shape, if you guys can kind of see. So yeah, just a little bit of black eyeshadow packed onto there and then just kind of blended out in the very corners. So now I think we're ready to start on our complexion makeup. For my primer today, I'm going in with the NYX Face Glue. I made a video about this, reviewing and testing it out, so go check out that video. It ended up kind of being a fail in the end just because the foundation did not work well with this, but I'm gonna give it another try again today and use it with my current foundation and see if I like it any better. It feels like a lotion, like it does feel like it's a really nice primer, so I'm hoping that today when I use it with my Haus Labs, that it won't fail me. Like I said, I'm going in with the Haus Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. You're supposed to shake this one before you use it because it does have those skincare ingredients in it. I think it's like red algae extract or something, but I noticed it has like kind of like little bubbles in it, if that makes sense. So shaking it will really distribute all the ingredients. There we go. Just put some on the back of my hand, and I'm going to be using just a little blender sponge today. I think this is an e.l.f. blending sponge. All right, so now that we have the foundation all blended in, I'm already noticing that it is working really well with the primer. It looks super smooth. I'm not noticing any like weird dry patches or areas where the foundation's just kind of like clinging. It looks really smooth, really, really even. I don't know what was the deal with that NYX foundation. I would assume that if you use the foundation from the same brand as the primer, it would work perfectly, but I don't know, it just wasn't agreeing with my skin. But anyway, for concealer today, I'm also going in with Haus Labs. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Concealer, and I have the shade 04 Fair Neutral. I'm just using this for a little extra coverage around like my dark circles, just to kind of brighten up my eyes and any parts of the face where I need a little more coverage. And then just blending it out with the same beauty sponge. So while my face is still a little bit wet, we haven't set it down with powder yet, I'm going in with this bronzing kit from Iconic London. Just a nice neutral bronze shade, and I'm going to use this to kind of carve out my cheeks. And I'm going to be using this angled brush from Real Techniques. So this just gives a little color back to our face and kind of shapes it up a little bit more. And because the product hasn't been set down with powder, I'm kind of applying this in like a stippling motion. Like I'm not like swiping because I don't want to wipe away any of the foundation or concealer I just set down. So I'm kind of like tapping very lightly. I do some along the jaw, kind of drag it down my neck, and of course around my temples, and kind of creating that shape around the forehead as well. By the way, it's so weird doing my makeup with my like hair done. Like normally when I'm doing my makeup just for like a regular day, my hair is like just up in a bun, but I wanna look presentable for you guys, so we have to do it this way. And then I'm just taking a different brush. This one is a little bit sturdier. It's the tapered cheek brush. And I'm going in with the same bronzing shade and just really deepening up the edges. Just kind of blending it into my hairline so it looks super seamless. All right, so I think that's enough bronzer for now. I might go back in later if I feel like I need it, but let's move on to blush. So the blush that I've been using lately is this one from NARS. This is called the Orgasm X blush. So I think it's kind of inspired by their original Orgasm blush, but this one is a lot warmer. It's kind of like an orangey toned pink. And if you notice, it has a little bit of like a gold kind of shift to it, like it's a shimmery blush. But I'm going in with this Real Techniques blush brush and just lightly dusting this, tapping off some of the excess. And then I usually start at the very edge of my eyeshadow and kind of bring it out. So the blush is landing on like my temple and like the very tops of my cheekbone. And it kind of helps transition into our bronzer and contour. I'm kind of like taking it under the eye, just a little bit. And then I dust just a little bit on the very tip of my nose. This might be a lot of blush for some people, so of course you don't have to do it exactly how I do it, but I just really like, it looks kind of crazy right now, honestly, but we can fix it. It's kind of a lot of blush, but don't worry, once we powder everything and set everything, it kind of mutes all the colors just a little bit, so it'll end up looking a little bit more normal when we're done. So now before we set the face, I'm going to take the same beauty blender and kind of just lightly tap out everything that we just did. This sponge still has a tiny bit of the foundation and concealer on it. So by doing this, we're sort of just diffusing all the product that we applied and just really blending it in. I think it's looking a lot better. The blush doesn't look as crazy anymore. And then you can kind of just go in with your bronzer and blush as desired before you set your face fully. So now we can finally set the face. Today I'm using the loose powder from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Vanilla. And I'm just using the lightest dusting of this stuff on a big fluffy brush. And we just kind of overall powder the face very lightly. I don't like too much powder because I feel like it just ends up looking very drying, but we still want to set our makeup a little bit. And then what I like to do is I like to kind of mix these two powders. So I take the vanilla powder from Anastasia, and then this is the lavender powder from Fenty Beauty. It's kind of hard to tell, but if you look closely, the powder is sort of like a lavender purpley tint. This is really good for brightening the face. You can also use like a very light pink kind of rosy powder to get the same effect. So I'm going to be kind of mixing these two powders to get a more muted color. So not fully lavender, not fully the vanilla color either. And then I take a little e.l.f. beauty puff like this one, and we're going to use this to really brighten up and set our under eyes. Just very lightly. I don't want too much powder under here because I don't want it to look dry or start like creasing. But I just feel like the lavender powder really does help brighten. So I'm just taking it mostly on the corners of my eye, and then I kind of drag it down the sides of my nose as well, just to really brighten and give us a nice shape. I pretty much just put it anywhere where I feel like it needs a little bit of extra help setting. So I get shiny right here, like in between my eyebrows, the center of my forehead. So I'll just tap a little bit right there too, just to take that shine down just a little bit. And of course, we can't finish our complexion makeup without adding a little bit of highlighter. So today I'm using this highlighter from the brand Kaleidos. This is in the number 2 Space Age. I've definitely been using this one, but in the compact, it just looks kind of like a frosty white. But once you swatch it, you can really see that it has kind of like a pink or like a yellow shift to it. It's really nice. You can see it better now that I've applied it on the back of my hand. It is a very light highlighter, but it does have kind of like a duochrome, sort of like pinky hue to it. So I'm just taking this on a little highlighting brush and just applying it to the high points of my cheekbones. And then I'm also going to take some up under my brow bone and just really pack it on. And then going in with a dry blending brush and just kind of diffusing the line between the eyeshadow and the highlighter that I just placed, just so it looks a little bit more natural, kind of like that. So I also went ahead and put some of the highlighter onto my inner corners, just so everything is cohesive. This is our complexion makeup all done. I'm going to move on to my lips next. So for my lip liner today, I'm going in with this liner by Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is in the shade Deep Taupe. My lips are all lined. For my lipstick today, I'm going in with also from Anastasia Beverly Hills. This is their Lip Velvet in the shade Pale Mauve. I thought that this color would be very fall. It's sort of like a purpley kind of brown tone, very muted, very, very dark pink. This is a matte formula, but it's not like overly drying, and it does kind of feel like velvet, like it says. All right, so this is what the lip looks like. Very, very pretty with this makeup especially. I think the only thing left to do is just apply some mascara and throw on some false lashes. So I'm going to do that one off camera and then I will be right back. All right, you guys, so this is my final fall makeup look. What do you guys think? I really, really like it. I think it's super smoky, super vampy, perfect for the fall weather that we're getting into. I really, really like this look. So you guys let me know what kind of looks you want to see me do going forward. If you want more in-depth, like how-to videos, I think I'm going to start a series for this kind of fall winter season about just like short, quick little how-to videos, like how to do your brows, how to do your lips, just short videos, very bite-sized, where you guys can get all the information you need. Let me know, is that something that you guys are interested in? But until then, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed watching me get ready using my favorite fall makeup. If you like this video, please make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment for what you want to see next. And until next time, stay gorgeous, my sweeties.